by tradition.
Hold
And that
tight.
is hold tight the 3-point collectors.
Next thing, Tottenham are whipping boys for Liverpool. You lot ain't beat us in how long? So look at your face. So when I
I'm about to run.
they forget about when the council is going to take the fridge.
Oh, for real? When there was a little car park out front. Let's talk about sex, baby.
Let's hold
Liverpool. And as much as we can talk about Mane is a good player, Salah's a good player, they're just not the X factor, bro. Don't forget about it.
Boom! Welcome back to another episode of Stoppage Time TV. We're live in the flesh, live and direct in effect. You already know what time it is. Culture Cams, F Diddy, myself, Myra Quadri. We're live, baby. We're live. We're here. All coming from various places, but you know, to make the show possible, we get here.
We're jumping fits today, man.
It's summer.
Man's an Ocean Beach fit.
me and Ford are looking at some zookeepers,
Bro.
I'm looking at Park Radio, looking at
Steve
zookeeper.
Irwin.
Real talk. But listen, you already know where it is. Like, share, subscribe, notifications on. Listen, last week we were finding our feet again, but the support was immense. Over 100 comments in a few hours.
Same again,
Views
please.
were there, so same again. Keep
Likes,
at it, keep supporting.
comments.
Share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. We appreciate. But as you know, we're here to talk, we're here to debate, we're here to get into it. But before we get into all of that, as is custom here, hold tight all the 3-point collectors, even though there are none in the room.
Hey.
Wherever you are and you collected 3 points, hold tight you. Hold tight the participants, wherever you are in the world. Hold tight the man that got cooked. 34 degrees and they got cooked. Man, them were getting turned into suya. Man, they were getting pan fried. It was mad. It's mental.
It's hot.
Mental. No, Adley, mental. Fam, it was mad. No, go for it, bro. It was mad. But obviously we had an in-house stoppage derby. What you say? You're eating to line your stomach because you got cooked. But listen, I can't lie. You see that game? Good game, man.
Right.
Good game.
What is this? Is this what it is now? Yeah!
Hey!
Fam. Hey, them man
that's
are
a
funny.
derby.
Tuchel and Conte.
That's
are
my real
funny.
men.
Derby energy.
Real men.
Listen.
Conte.
Before we get into the game and like talking about like, you know, the season and stuff like that, I think first and foremost, from my perspective, as a derby, that was like battle the bridge again.
Bruv.
It was good entertainment. It was one of them games that you're angry at the result and you're like, you know what? I watched a good game, bro. I watched a good game.
Why Spurs and Chelsea hate each other so much? I don't get it.
Battle of the Bridge started it. Before that, it was. In
reckon?
my opinion, there was never.
But the
before.
Chelsea fans always had like songs and that for.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah,
There's always
it's
been
a
like
derby.
a slight.
It's a
hatred.
worksman. It's a workman's derby. It's like, you know, when fans don't like each other, like it's not like, you know, the mainstream derbies, yeah, where it's like manufacturing
Local.
thing. This is like a let's go and fight in the park. The fans just don't
I'll give
like
you a
each
Chelsea smile.
The Chelsea headhunters. Them man were. I ran into the headhunters a few times. Me and the headhunters have.
No,
What,
but
you just like this when you get
I feel like Battle of the Bridge kicked it off though, like this new
What, in
era.
terms of the new era?
Yeah, I feel
say
like
so.
since then, every time this fixture comes up, there's always some
Yeah.
undertone of fuckery going on.
And then when you put two managers like this, that ultimately you have Pep and Klopp who are like, you know, battling for league and everything, but these two managers are managers that demand
friendship rivalry,
I'm saying that these two managers that demand respect. It's like,
Bro.
listen, you need to respect my name. Conte coming back to Chelsea, Tuchel had all this talk about his team going to finish 5th and 6th. It was like the perfect display of the Premier League has more to offer than those two teams, and ultimately these teams can potentially in the long run maybe get close to that. But honestly, when you look at that game, like, I just have so many different takes. I'm happy with what I saw. I was pissed off with certain things. I give credit to Chelsea in some aspects. In some aspects, I give credit to Spurs as well, because at the end of the day, if you're not going to be good, at least get the result. But 2-2 is not a fair result in my eyes. I can't even lie to you.
What do you think about in terms of? Because a lot of fans are like pretty buzzing with how Chelsea performed. Are you happy with how you guys actually like performed. And what do you think stopped you from actually winning the game?
I'll put it like this. You know me, I don't do this optimism thing. I just have high standards of Chelsea, and I know that if things come together, this is what Chelsea can do. So I expected us to do this to Spurs. I expected us to impose ourselves and make sure that if we beat them 4 times last season, we perform. The difficulty is that when you look at that game, post that game now, you look at the chances not taken. And that's where it gets a bit, not uncomfortable, it's a bit difficult, because when you play those smaller teams, it's not going to be as open a game. And those chances you kind of have to take. And that's where I kind of sit with Chelsea. And that's why who was saying it was Suna saying, oh, Lukaku would have loved this sort of game. And it's like, no, because Lukaku...
Man, love the revisionist history. As soon as the result goes bad.
But what it shows me is that Chelsea can create chances. Chelsea can play good football. Chelsea can flux between the game, because it went from 5 at the back to 4-2-2-2. The players that have question marks on them can perform. But again, football comes down to high leverage moments.
So would you co-sign Aubameyang?
Because
if you had Aubameyang today,
last week,
one of them chances that might have fell, he could have been putting in the back of the net.
I have to be so real with you. I understand why people say the Aubameyang thing. I just don't know why. Maybe because Arsenal and everything. I just can't get behind it. For me, it's like, why is that the only option? Do you know where I'm coming from?
Bro, football, it probably is.
But that's what. Maybe I can't get behind it, because in my head it's like, how is that the only option? Do you know where I'm coming from? It just doesn't click in my head. Some people might think it's fantastic. For me personally, it just doesn't click in my head. It's like, okay, we've done all of this. Aubameyang, it doesn't mentally click for me. But I was impressed with what I see. And when you think about it, people were saying that, Chelsea are going to finish 6th. Spurs are dark horses. And then to see how we perform like that, it's like, if people still think Chelsea are not going to finish top 4, then I don't know. I was happy with the performance. There's a few things that could have been great with, taking the chances. But again, it's match day 2. I can't start ripping off my top. Oh my God! Like, at the end of the day, we show the level of performance that I want to see for the rest of the season and more. So I will take that. But you man caught life. Oh my!
It's about time Hazard Kane got on the score sheet against Chelsea. Innit? It's been a while.
Goal in August as well.
Been a minute.
Both ducks. He both ducks.
I ain't fronting. We got away with that big time as well. And I said, I think the first 5 minutes maybe, Son had like 2 chances, and I thought, hey, all that pre-game gas, I might be with it. After that 5 minutes, shut up shop. And I can't lie to you, the way you lot dominated today, I hadn't seen you lot play like that in a minute. From passing out of the back, the way you lot were slicing us up in midfield, I thought your wing-backs, Cucurella today, different. Chilwell
It's an improvement. It's an
huge
improvement.
trouble.
It's an improvement.
I'm warning man now.
All over the gaff.
Reece James showing levels again.
It's an
For me,
improvement.
and
Improvement.
I gotta say, man of the match for me,
N'Golo.
number 26.
Oh.
Koulibaly,
Oh, yeah.
dog, monster.
Interceptions,
The way he was eating up
finish.
everything at the back.
Yeah.
Did you see Kulusevski today?
Didn't really know.
That's the break. I've been gassing like that. We're reaching a new level. Cooley said, hold on for a second. Not this week. Not this week, my brother.
I said
Bro,
to next episode. We
That
had this conversation
Cucurella
last
and
week.
Koulibaly sandwich had him shut down today. You look at Kane. How many touches did he have? I think it was like a Haaland performance yesterday. Quiet. Son, non-existent. And I've said to people, when Son doesn't score or is involved in games, how does he look?
It's not looking good, bruv.
We saw it today. And listen, I'll turn a blind eye to it. It's only one game.
Yeah.
But this is why I kept saying that performance there, don't sleep on Chelsea this season. Everyone last week, when people in our comments like, oh, no, they'll drop out 5th. They still ain't made new signings. I'm like, bro, they've still got core pieces. And that defence for me is still arguably the best in the Premier League.
Let's just pause there quickly.
Well,
I'll go back to what I said last week.
Chelsea a big game team. Big
And I'll be honest with you,
What am I
you
trying
lot...
to say? Big game.
Big team team, I think you were saying.
Bro,
He's juiced.
big game, yeah, bro. Big game team.
You know what you said,
Chelsea
yeah.
are a big game
But
team.
I felt like by the time we get to the end of the game where all the madness goes down, you lot should have been well outside.
should have been clearing 100%.
Like the Sterling chance where he skied it. Havertz, that was
Mount is a
golden.
half chance, but you could count that as well.
Did you hear as well? I heard Werner was in the stands.
Yeah, he was watching.
Hence why Mandem were missing chances. They felt the presence.
Well, after he scored a goal,
Why is
they were
Werner
intimidated.
bro?
He
Bro,
probably came to collect
they
his
said
stuff.
he's
Probably
proper
came to collect his
Chelsea.
stuff.
Proper Chelsea. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, again, like I know I hate being one of these people where you start fashioning with the things, but again, that's what makes the difference. Like you talk about Harry Kane only having a few chances. I know he only glanced his head at it, but he missed his chance scores with his main chance, and it's like, okay.
Listen, what you lot did today essentially was, you know, like in boxing, sometimes they say, don't leave it in the judge's hand.
Yeah.
That was what you lot did. You lot
That's a good
didn't really take
analogy.
your chances. I felt like in the first half, although you lot dominated, there weren't that many clear.
Should have put you to the
chances.
sword. We should have put you to the sword. Should've
And
put you
by
to
the
the sword.
time it kind of comes back round to the pendulum swinging at the end, like, talk to me, because I can't even bullshit my way out of this, brother. Romero should have been sent off. I can't lie.
Is he pulled Cucurella's hair, yeah?
yanked
Allow
it.
it. Nah. I
You
remember when man
remember
was doing that
Fellaini?
to my boy Fellaini and getting away with it, bro. So
you can't.
all is fair in love,
Hey,
mate.
Can't-
I
you can't-
said-
you don't do them things.
Nah,
Bro,
bro.
we was
You don't-
2-1 down
you
at
don't
that
do
point,
them
yeah.
things, man.
I blame Havertz for this.
Oh, because
Havertz started-
he woke up the dragon.
He woke up Romero like, hey, I'ma just push him from behind for no reason.
Come on, you gonna do that to Argentinian
Don't
madmen?
do them things. So now Romero gets in that box and he says, all right, cool.
I'm gonna do something.
Hey,
but he
Bob
probably
come here.
Bob
Man
Marley.
said Bob Marley.
He didn't even say Ross, you know. Man said Bob Marley, yo,
Bro, that
No, he's got Cucurella's got to get braids, because if
Man said he's got to get braids.
Yeah, because if certain man
he's
start
gonna
just doing
look
this all
like
the time.
that brother in the NBA. You know that guy that be hiding in the corner.
nah, bro.
You know the guy that be hiding in the corner then stealing. No, I'm gonna get his name. Don't worry. Go on, keep it going.
no, he's got to, because
Oh, I know you're talking about.
like if
He
like
steals the inbound pass.
Hey, I don't know his name. Anyway, go
no,
on.
'cause the reason why I say it is like if that wasn't given today, I don't think they're giving that for the rest of the season.
But for me, it was the fact that it went to VAR.
And then
That's
it
where
didn't
I'm
get
like,
flagged up.
hey, look. Our hands are absolved of this.
It's
we,
not your
we
fault.
did our cheating.
They better
But
not.
listen.
They better not go excited and like review it, the PFA
Nah,
and
nah,
the
nah,
panel.
nah,
and
nah, nah,
ban
No,
it.
they can't do anything
They can't do that. Now the result is decided. They
Yeah.
can't do that. But for me, that's where I'm like,
Jose Alvarado.
oh snap, yeah.
Platz, yeah.
But I feel like with that, once you have VAR there, I'm sorry, I don't know why they saw that, decided to think that's one,
That was okay.
not a foul.
Oh, VAR looked at
They
it.
did.
Yeah,
The
VAR
VAR
looked at it.
looked at it. They said VAR review, and I thought at least they're gonna
Red
give the
card
foul
offence.
this way. They said nah,
Nothing.
Spurs corner again. I said, and that was the corner we scored from. So I
It
said,
just-
They're trying to kick out those type
bro,
of trims out of the game.
bro, I said,
That's what they're trying to do, bro. They ain't feeling them type of trims, bro.
they said, hey,
it
dreads
out.
or nothing.
Kick it out, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's all mad.
That's the new
No,
kick it
but
out
listen.
initiative, yeah?
Listen,
But everyone's got
Gotta-
number one.
Bro, I see Townsend
Man
and
said
them man there. They're all
skinheads only.
skinheads, bro. You know what I mean? Kick it out.
no, but
in
you
general,
gotta-
it was a good game. But
Very
yeah, I
good
mean,
game.
production made a good point when we were talking to GC. I was like, Andy Taylor's got it wrong. It's like, but he has the VAR, and the VAR's not backed him up.
they fucked up.
They messed up.
But what's the
bad.
outstanding for you, though? Outstanding because Kante had a good game, but
Injury.
again, this is what happens to Kante at the moment.
Injury.
He
Bro.
gives you a monster class. He can give you
Oh
10 monster classes a season, and
Yeah.
but then injuries, mending it,
The way
coming
that
off the
went
bench
as
it's
well
tough
was
for him.
It was after the challenge, innit?
He won the ball and then
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
Hammy as
said,
well.
"Rah!"
The ones where you ain't been impacted. That
Yeah.
means
That's
that could be
crazy.
4 to
Age.
6
That's
weeks. type
age,
time.
man.
Yeah, and I guess ultimately
World Cup's coming.
Kovacic,
Ooh. And Pogba's out.
Kovacic is I think Kovacic is semi-crot. He picks up a lot of injuries, so you can see why the Frankie move or sort of pursuit is a thing, because it's like you've got two midfielders like Crot. Jorginho put a tweet, and ultimately he proved everything. Literally, I've written a tweet that with the BS that comes with him, sometimes when he's playing, he plays so well. What happens later? Doing dumb touches, loses the ball. Albeit from the foul that we should have got, but dumb touches, loses the ball.
At
Like-
least Jorginho's ever present, though, isn't it?
no,
Bruv.
100%. He's about it. He's about
Today
it.
there
but
was
you know-
one or two tackles that he put
No,
in.
but the
I
thing
said,
is, do you know what a lot of people don't
Who's
realize?
this?
A lot of people don't realize that that's typically his game.
Bro.
He would do the challenge. He would do that because
Some
more
nasty
time he gets
tackles
more
flying
tackles than Kante in a game. He's about it, but it's like in those high leverage moments, because I don't know if it's a lapse of concentration or it's his Italian and Brazilian side just going like that. He would do something stupid on the ball.
Yeah.
He would just do something stupid, and the lack of athleticism doesn't allow him to recover.
yeah.
You can't
What
just
about him? The Conte
What the
Tuchel
yeah.
situation. What was that? Like, what's Conte mad at
I'll be
in that
real with you.
situation? But that's what I like, real
I'll
men.
be real with you. What it was about was Conte apparently didn't look him in his eye when he was shaking his hand.
So Tuchel was the one that was
like,
angry.
look me in the
kept
eye
his
when you
hand-
shake my
Tuchel
hand.
kept
Look
his
me
Waste
in-
man, bro.
Tuchel
Like,
kept his hand-
are you-
bruv?
No,
Bruv.
let's tell
Twig,
let's
man.
tell the full story.
Bro, he
Snap.
thinks he
No,
deserves that type of
Quick time.
respect, bro.
Come on the inside.
No,
Wah, wah.
Let's tell the
That
full
Tyson
story.
game.
It happened when
Protect men like Conte
you
and
know,
Simeone.
you know when it's like no, the
Protect
things
and
protect
Jose,
all of
to
them.
be
It was
fair.
great because ultimately, I think what happened was when you guys scored the first goal, Conte came out of his area and was shouting. So Tuchel went to his face like, "Why are you shouting? Go back to his area." So it was building from then.
So-
Then when
so-
we
so-
scored, Tuchel ran down the line.
Classless. That's a classless
Why is it
move.
classed as fam?
Tuchel's doing that just because Conte is
70th
Conte.
minute, yeah.
Yeah.
So what it is I'm doing tit for tat.
Yeah.
Then you try reimburse Jose from 04. Relax, my guy. That's not you. Be you. Shout on the touchline or whatever. But then at the end, I'm sorry, to get rattled like that over a handshake, that's weak from Tuchel.
That's
No,
good
no,
though. I
no,
like
it's
that.
good,
That's
man.
But
It's good.
absolutely, this is what I was gonna say. I love a bit of. We've lost this with Pep and Klopp. What you said at the
Too
start.
friendly.
Yeah, I love him. Believe me,
Yeah.
Liverpool's so special. We don't care, bro. How much do you lot hate each other? Make this a rivalry. This right now
This
is something
is
classic.
potential.
We ain't seen this in a
This has
couple
a
years.
potential,
What was it? Jose Wenger was probably the last
Well,
managerial
Arteta
rivalry.
was getting onto Klopp.
Small
Yeah.
fries.
That was-
small
that
fries.
was-
Small fries. We're talking.
They're not,
Oh, yeah, okay, fair
This
enough.
is like. I like this.
But do you know I love the bite as well because Kovacic went to back the beef as well. Man, said,
Hey.
I'm not playing, but
Bare
you're
players are
talking-
getting involved. I was like,
Exactly.
hey, listen.
Exactly. And for me, we've had conversations numerous amounts before we move on where we're saying that derbies are dead. This felt refreshing. It's like, no, there's still some.
But that's the
derbies
thing,
that
though.
are
The London teams, I think,
Spurs.
always the London. To be fair, Spurs are involved in both of them. The London teams seem to still have
Get
that kind
cracking.
of. Even sometimes West Ham v Spurs is a little
Yeah.
bit.
It's a bit
And
dicey.
Spurs are they're a little dark. Hey, yo.
Bro, everyone in London
They
hates us
Spurs,
for no reason.
yeah, but like I feel like the London teams have a little bit something more. I don't know what it is than compared to like Manchester and stuff. But maybe that might be disrespectful to like Birmingham v Villa.
I'll
But
be
I'm
real
talking about
with
the
you.
Premier
I
League.
think
The
it's
London
because
derbies
the
are always
gap
lit.
more recently is closer than ever between Chelsea, Arsenal,
Yeah.
Spurs, and West Ham. They're all finishing 4th, 5th, 6th, and
Yeah,
7th.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like
QPR
for
coming,
once.
don't worry.
So, but let's
Still
touch
on
this
that
quickly.
train.
Based on, I know it's only match week 2, but based on what we saw from this performance, based on what we not so much what we spoke about last week, but how that game went in terms of like Spurs being able to grind out a result, Chelsea doing what they're doing. Do you think that these teams genuinely have enough to be in and around City, Liverpool come May?
No.
You still think it's still far
No,
off?
I
Do you
still-
think that this game showcased why those two teams can't do it?
In a sense, yeah. With you lot struggles for goals, I think us when we struggle to create, we don't have like a plan B. And I think that showed even with the late subs, I felt like they were the ones that really made the
Do you know what I'm
difference
saying to
for us.
counter that though? The tit for tat and the tactical sort of play in this game was interesting, where it wasn't working. So Conte goes, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go like for like, and then Tuchel's going, you know what? I've got to go 3 at the back. I did see times where even though you guys were under the cosh for so long, you did adjust to try and contain as much as
For
possible.
me, but that's the thing. For me, I felt like this fixture was going to be the one that gives Spurs fans that little bit of reality check early in the season. Because I felt like there was a lot of hype building up. And I was like, listen, Stamford Bridge away, this is going to be...
But don't
we
you
see
think
what
my
the level
counter is?
But what I will say
You've
is...
lost the
is
last 7.
Conte, for me, I've always said, is the pushing factor of this team. This is what can maximize some of these average players is... How many times have I said, up until the 90-plus minutes under Conte, we always seem to be pushing. And that, for me, was another example today. So I'm thinking, all right, we were shit, but as long as Conte's there, we can still push
But
it and
don't
fight
you think,
it type
though,
of
yeah?
thing.
I tweeted before the game, and I actually had a lot of Spurs fans. They said, "Oh, Mr. Tapping Tobes crying about it." But I had a lot of.
He'll see this.
I
He's
had
always crying about something.
I had a lot of Spurs fans
I love
agreeing
him, man.
with me. I said before the game, Spurs for me, this is a statement game. Go and win this type of game, yeah. Like, go and win this one. You've got a world-class manager with a full preseason, all these signings. People are talking about you guys as the ones to replace Chelsea as that team below Liverpool and City. So I'm like, this should be a statement game where Spurs, I know it's only the second game of the season, but Spurs go to the bridge, pick up a win. You guys will be buzzing. Like, you can now finally be seen as a serious team. So for me, going into this game and seeing that Chelsea go and dominate and all that type of stuff, for me, that's disappointing. Because I'm not saying, I've been saying, Spurs dark horse or whatever, but I want Spurs to be able to make that statement, bro. Like,
And look
people
it-
are saying, the bridge is, we don't get good results at the bridge, but that's got to change eventually.
it does.
Go and make that point now.
It happens over time.
This is the closest
Yeah.
you guys have
It happens
been
over
that
time
is
because
right.
to each
you
other
look
for
at
a long
Arsenal.
time.
Do you remember
Yeah,
Arsenal?
yeah.
We had a hoodoo at the Emirates
Yeah,
for so long, and
yeah.
it was like, now when I play Arsenal, I'm like, I can't wait for this. Bring them next
Do you
week.
know?
it.
Do you know?
But
how
it
Adam
takes
that point?
time.
Different players.
What
like,
you're saying about
over the years,
statement
like,
is true.
It
It's
is.
true, yeah. But you have to remember, all that talk, and again, people might not agree with this. All that talk is coming from media. If you look at Conte obviously wants to achieve, but Conte knows Chelsea. At the end of the day, yeah, all of this stuff about Chelsea
Conte
jumping
favoured
over.
us in that game.
Did he? Like, majorly? Let's be real. He might have been saying that, but look at the way he performed. I've seen him do that for Chelsea versus City. he clearly knew that, okay, there's certain things we can't do in this game. That's why he set up like
No,
that.
but that's Conte, innit? Conte is pragmatic, innit? That is Conte.
No, but
so
what you're saying is that ultimately you would like them. So, and these are the two things that are existing with this extent. You're saying that they should go for it. I think
but
that
I'm not saying
oh,
in the game.
No, they should make a statement in general.
Win the match.
But
I'm not saying go in now like absolutely dominate.
But do something to win the match.
Win the match.
But this is what I'm saying.
That's what
So
I'm saying.
Conte,
win the match.
Yeah,
get the result.
But Conte as a
3
person,
points,
one is
draw
going
is
to
just.
he's going to be pragmatic, and two, he knows that at this point in the season, this Chelsea team are going to be up for it. So it's that's why the performance from Spurs or what we did to them didn't shock me. Remember,
just think-
was it last year? Was it 4 times we beat last year?
You would have expected Spurs to go on the front foot in that game.
All I wanted,
Take the
front
game to
foot
them.
is whatever, but yeah, take the game to them, of course.
Yeah.
But even if you don't, just get the result for the win for me, because at this point in the season, second game of the season, win or lose, it does it really matter at this point?
It's
We don't
difficult to get
really
the
know.
the win when you 76%, something like that.
Yeah, that's down to Conte,
I know
though,
what
innit?
you mean.
Yeah.
Like,
Make the statement, bro.
Spurs came, even though they drew,
yeah.
like in your heart,
Inferior.
you feel inferior to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Bro, listen. It was even Michael Richards that said it, right?
Big up Micah.
When obviously it's a bit different because it was a bit
Oh,
later.
United
When
City.
United played City, in 2010, and we kept getting them late winners. Remember, we were getting them late winners, Scholes and Owen, in those games. And when they finally played us in 2011, and they beat us 6-1, that was mad. But that was when they got in the dressing room and said, you know
Something's
what? We're
got
not
to give.
scared. Something's happening here. Like
yeah.
we can win. Like we're better than them. We're gonna win the league, and they did. That's all I'm saying. I just think Spurs should have walked in there and been like, yeah, we're levels now. We're not your little brothers no more. We're levels. Let's go and get this win, and we move.
After one game, that Spurs team
feeling
would
comes.
have that level of confidence. I get what you're saying with
Best
the full
front three in the
preseason.
league.
I get what you're saying with the full
Romero,
preseason.
dog. You know what I'm saying though?
Højbjerg, remember Højbjerg?
I know what he's trying to
Danish
do.
warrior.
I know what he's trying to do.
Big goal, big
I
game.
don't like how Spurs are trying to still act like the little bros, bro. You're not the little bros no more, bro. You got it's time to get. You know,
Fam.
sometimes the little brother gets older, bro.
So
You
we're
get-
big,
you
drag
get
man
so
off
we're
the-
big
drag
bro
man off
now.
the bunk
So
bed,
we're
yeah.
big bro now because you had a preseason with Conte.
Listen,
We're big bro now because of
Yes,
that.
yes.
Full
And
of
6
shit.
signings. And 6
Fuck off,
signings.
man.
And 6
sick of this
signings.
guy.
What's wrong with this?
Nah,
Don't run
nah.
from expectation, yeah?
Bro,
That's what I'm saying. Don't run from expectation.
On,
That's what I'm saying.
on the real though, I think from a Chelsea
Oh,
perspective,
we at the bridge. You're saying,
the bridge,
go there, take the game to them, win it, and walk away and say, yeah, we're better.
Yes,
No.
Yes,
With-
clap to the
with-
fans.
with-
You don't want to be like, come on.
no, but
This
actually,
is the
no,
first-
no, no,
you know
no,
what I mean?
but that's
Draw-
shipping off.
draw-
No,
draw
now
away
you
now at
now
the
you raise a
bridge.
good point because you saw what
come
happened
back to
after
the
the
lane
game.
and you
You
get
saw what happened
pumped.
after the game. And the thing is, yeah, I'm not one of these party peoples and whatnot.
Yeah.
But you're saying that. Go to the fans, yeah, we did it. Instead of that, it was go to the fans, we survived. You see, Bisibo, it's like, yes, 1 point,
Like-
1 point.
Like, that was a little bit shameful.
1
man. I was
point.
like, yo, we did, man.
1
Relax.
point.
Nah, any late equalizers you can celebrate. You
Nah,
can
bro,
celebrate.
we was
Yeah,
cooking
yeah, yeah.
Arsenal last year when they did also
Boy, listen.
Southampton.
No, they
But-
did against.
you know what?
Against
What's
Wolves, I
wrong?
think it
Wait,
was.
Fuad,
Team picture in there. I was like,
this
yo.
is why, yeah, Green Line came. Perfect segue. You're talking about Arsenal getting cooked. Now, I remember Arsenal getting cooked last season because they lost their first 3 games.
Truth. Welcome to this, bro. We're not gonna win the first.
Mention anything about you.
Hey,
We
let
know.
me
I remember-
show the segue.
I remember.
Man, try-
I remember. Man tried to do Koulibaly, you know. Man tried- I remember when Arsenal lost their first 3 games, it was like, you can't trust the process. Get the manager out. This is ridiculous. How many games have United lost?
2 so far.
They're saying Frank the Bull 2.0.
Who have United got left? Who next?
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
And
United bottom and City at top.
United the last 20th.
And
20th.
and City at top.
I see it top, yeah. Yeah.
That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. But no, you need that. But let's get into that game. Where do we start? How are you feeling? Because the thing is, yeah, what I give you credit back for is you've come back to sort of give counselling to other United fans because you've reached this realization that you man are rubbish.
Reality.
But how do you the thing is, yeah, reality is reality, yeah. But you know, sometimes when reality hits more, it's like, how do you feel? Let's be real. I know you went Shubs in today instead of prepping for pod. How are you feeling?
Bro.
Did that take the pain away?
Do you know
Was
what?
the Henny flowing?
Hey, I'm hennied up. I'm hennied up. Rum. Yeah, bro. Captain Morgan, everything. But, bro, I don't. You know what? It's mad. Yeah, I said everything on the. Obviously, I did the space. which was good. But
How many people had 16K in there?
Hey,
madness,
culture
bro.
therapy, bro. We need that more often this season. I
the
swear.
people were
I was in there like,
Oh, were you in there? Yeah, were you in there?
People
If you
were
didn't even know you were in there.
it's like, yeah, let me
No,
get
that thing when LeBron was
yeah, run that back.
Bro, I mean, like, you know what it is, yeah, with United, bro.
that's an all-time low. Can't,
Bro, the thing is, it's funny. We say all-time low, but we've been here. We lost to Brighton 4-0 last game of the last season.
no,
or
but it's
whatever.
the culmination of like you meant
Of
have lost. How many
everything.
away games you lost in the bounce now?
7.
Is it 7 on the
that was-
bounce?
Oh yeah, that was.
I think that's the 6th time you conceded 4 goals in the last 2-3 seasons.
Bro, we've conceded 4
Opening
against
Yash.
Liverpool. 5.
Opening
United,
bomb.
United. The thing about literally, the thing
Just
about
tearing
United,
pants.
bro. The thing about United though is like,
No, remember to look at the goals. Them men were just tearing pants.
bro, De Gea should have just told everyone, guys, don't get on the train today. I'm about to sabotage this game.
Bro.
He should have just done that. Everyone go home because I'm about to waste all your evening.
Party's done. Everybody
He might
go.
as well, literally, he might as well have done that because look, the thing about what Ten Hag is trying to do, like, I'm going to speak on United as on the pitch for now.
Yeah.
So the thing about what Ten Hag is trying to do is obviously implement a system, blah, blah, blah. But we said last week, when I said the same thing last week, and it's just going to kind of be a repeat of what I said last week. Until you overhaul these players, you're not going to get any success. And the only reason why I'm looking at Ten Hag for this one is because De Gea sabotaged the game, 100%. And since 2019, I've been saying this guy's awful. But you could look at my tweets before that. I've been there since 2017. But it's, for me, you look at what he's trying to do. You're trying to be a team that play out from the back and all this type of stuff. The personnel cannot do it, right? But you have signed Malacia, for example, who is meant to be able to know how to do it. You're not playing him. You're sticking by these kind of guys that have persistently let down all the other managers, and you're trying to get this team is still built for sit back, counter, and let's hope and let's pray. You're trying to make them pop this ball. It's not going to work, and this is why I was saying my only criticism to him is he hasn't been a puppet because he has come in and said, I want signings nearly every single press conference. So I'm not going to call him a puppet.
Naive.
No, he just hasn't been ruthless, bro. He had an opportunity to walk into come clean slate and just say, Maguire, thank you. You're going to have to fight for your place now, though. You're not the captain. Fight for your place. I'll make somebody else the captain, whatever, and play from there. But he has come in and put his arm around and said, Maguire's fantastic. Luke Shaw, you're fantastic. I like my midfield, blah, 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 blah.
I said that last week as well, though, where I think he's coming in and giving a lot of these guys a clean slate.
But I get what he's trying to do because he doesn't want to lose the dressing room. Because Man United, the board are not going to spend.
Change room as well.
The board are not going to spend money to replace everyone this summer. So he's obviously trying to come in and be like, you know what, like you're good players. But behind the scenes, he probably knows they're not good players.
just
But
on that as
sorry,
well,
one
yeah.
second,
Go
yeah,
on.
he's got to make the changes though. Like I'm telling you, Manchester. I don't care what people think about Varane. Varane, Manchester United is the only football club in world football that will have Varane on the bench for Maguire and Lissandro, 5'5" centre back. And then you look
Man
at
reduced his
he's
height.
not 5'9".
Man
He's not
reduced his
5'9".
height.
Getting shorter every
Man
day, I
reduced
swear.
his
Bro,
height.
that guy is the same height as Fred. Fred is 5'7", bro, 5'6". No one can tell me that Lissandro is 5'9".
You're saying what, they cooked the books.
Nah.
But
They
you
cooked
see
the
what
books,
you're saying,
bro.
yeah?
Good PR.
You're
Good PR. He's 5'5".
I hear what you're saying.
He's
yeah,
shorter than Messi, bro. That's
but
what I'm saying.
The thing is, yeah,
Bro, he's shorter than Messi,
Bro,
bro.
leave Lissandro alone, man. There's 2 games in
Bro,
there.
no,
Come
but
on.
play DM, bro. No, but this, no,
I said
let
that.
me say
I
this.
said-
No, this is
you
what
know,
I'm
I said
saying.
that today.
Now, when you
Yes.
said the word naive,
yeah.
Ten Hag needs to realize, yeah, this is the Premier League, bro. I'm sorry.
He's not playing Groningen
you
and them
can't-
man there.
Yeah, you can't have a 5'6" centre back in the Premier League, bro. All they were doing is looking at pump it. Let's see what we can do
Hey, Ivan Toney
and
was
make it
taking my
happen.
little man.
But that's what happened. It happened against Brighton as well. Danny Welbeck. The same teams are going to look at it and keep targeting that. And what did he do? He hooked him at half time. It was a real welcome to the Premier League moment for Lissandro. In my opinion, he's got to be in defensive midfield. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I just think the players. I can go on about the players, but we always go on about the players. I want to talk about the board, bro. I'm going to talk about the board because you look at the board of Man United, and the thing is, a lot of what's been going on this week is people are talking about the Glazers and
They've
all
got
this
fly
type of
in.
stuff.
Gary Neville said, they got to fly in.
Yeah,
They've gotta
everyone's
take the
been
flak
talking
for
about the
this.
Glazers, and
They've got to take the flak for this. It can't be on the manager.
the thing is, everyone's going to talk about the
politician.
Glazers. Yeah, the Glazer situation. I don't think many people really understand the Glazer situation. I said it to you, man, in the group chat, right? Yeah. The Glazers bought Man United off loans. Yeah, I'm just telling what Man United fans complain about with the Glazers. Because I think people say, well, Man United have spent money, so the Glazers are doing their job.
Turn his mic up.
The Glazers, yeah, the Glazers bought Man United off loans, right? So when they bought Man United, they didn't put a penny into buying Man United. They bought it off a loans that they were getting from JP Morgan or whatever, and put that £1 billion to buy Man United. Yeah,
they're gonna snuff Cameron.
When they came into the club, they started using what United generate as a club to pay off them loans. So each summer, when there is a transfer budget or whatever, that money initially, this is what was harming Fergie. Fergie was just doing madness, yeah? But this was harming Fergie. When you're replacing Ronaldo and Tevez with Overton, Owen, and who was the other person? Valencia, sorry. When you're doing
I
it...
was about to say Bebe, but that was before.
80 million, that 80 million signing of Ronaldo, 60 million went to the Glazers to pay the fees and all that type of stuff. So the complaints that people have is that the Glazers have come in and used Manchester United to pay off loans. The dodgy thing is Ed Woodward was at JP Morgan, was one of the higher people at JP Morgan. United got taken over in 2005, I believe. In 2007, Ed Woodward became our commercial officer or whatever it was. Did a fantastic job. We'll not deny it. This guy has made Man United bigger than we were before. But then in 2013, a banker becomes the Man United CEO. What he is, you know what I mean? So this was always kind of like a plan. It was always a plan that he's eventually going to be a CEO. He leveraged the money for them to take over the club, which ultimately left Man United in all this debt and all these problems. Now, I'm not going to be one of them fans who go on and just say the Glazers, because not the Glazers, Manchester United have spent over 1 billion since Ferguson, yeah? Not one penny has come from the Glazers, by the way, not one. That's all Man United's money. Self-generated. So the recruitment has been atrocious, bro. But where's the recruitment team? United still don't have a DOF in place. We don't have a footballing officer in place. We don't have nothing. So all these decisions are being made by bankers and flipping. Shout out Nuruddin, yeah? He's the one that even made me deep. Ed Woodward, Richard Arnold, and I think it's Tom Keane, they all went to the same uni. Bristol Uni.
It's an old boys club.
It's an old boys club at Manchester United. It's an
Yeah,
old boys club. It's just a bunch of guys that we've hit the belly, lads. We've hit the belly. But I'm gonna be honest.
They were in ACS together,
bro. I'm telling you, the recruitment though has been abysmal. But these are the decisions that are being made under the Glazers' nose. You've got to come in and be like, what is going on with this? Bro, anyone that used to do some Peter Kenyon when you started doing nonsense, Abramovich was like, see you later, mate. Milano, see you later, mate. Anyone like that, you got to move like that. But the Glazers and Man United are just old boys club. Anyone go do whatever. And this is what's going to end up happening, bro. This is why for me, United are finished.
What you're highlighting is ultimately what you're saying should happen. Them man are still taking money out to do what they need to do. So from their point of view, we're fine. Like I don't want to say that
will keep generating.
I don't know them, so I don't want to say they don't care about the club. But if you look at the club, they don't care about the club. So ultimately, the club is doing what it needs to do for them. Not from a football standpoint, but as a business thing, it's doing what it needs to do for them. It covers them. It allows them to generate money. It's still a big brand. And it allows them to do whatever they want to do there.
When they're going to sell this club, they're going to make 100% profit.
100%. But what's even worse is now that
they haven't put a penny to buy this club. That should in 2002 that would be illegal.
Actually, that's the end he's looking to.
That is the most scandalous takeover in the history of football.
What's even worse
the
is
Glazers
if you look at what happened with Chelsea recently,
scandalous.
Chelsea are now the most expensive sports franchise in the world. You would think that United has to go for more money than that.
United
so in their head, they're thinking,
$7 billion.
We just have to sit down and eventually they'll buy some more money.
Chelsea actually.
But who? I don't see it happening.
No, but they know one day if someone thinks that, you know what, United could be a prospect, this and that, thing and that. If they just have to think, if people can see what we see, one day someone will be mad enough to do it.
Ultimately, these decisions have slowly grinded at United. Some commercial signings and this and that has slowly grinded away to the point that Man United are here now. And I was saying in my spaces, Man United had a 10-year window, whether it's the Glazers' money, the club whoever. United had a 10-year window from 2013 to now of Fergie pool, of big club pool, right? United still had that.
Dried
the
up,
last of it was Varane and Ronaldo coming, because Varane came because he said Rio is my idol. He wanted money, but Rio is my idol, whatever. And Ronaldo, the intervention from Sir Alex and whatever.
It's done now.
Now, not one player on this planet gives a shit about Manchester United's pool. And that's why Frankie is doing it. As I said, Frankie will rather go to jail and get sued than play for Man United at the moment.
Facts.
Rabiot is sitting there asking for about 300 grand to play for Manchester United.
For Pogba money.
And
These
And he
players,
plays like McTom.
these players, Man United's pool is done, and Man United fans need to realize that the pool is done, and United are about to become probably a perennial mid-table
I want to
team,
highlight
bro.
something
And that's
quickly.
the way it is.
Just
United
really
finished.
quickly. For me, yeah. For me, yeah.
Mate, can I quickly ask a question? The Glazers didn't play on Saturday, bro.
This is
Can I just ask you? No, can I
He's
ask
looking at
you?
a bigger picture. He's looking at a bigger
I
picture.
spoke about the beginning of the
You
game.
grouchy, man. Let me ask you a question, bro. I hear everything you're saying, and
Listen, I'm gonna let you finish.
You're making sense. I'm not saying that you're waffling. Nothing. But they didn't play on Saturday.
But I just
no.
said-
Hold on. I ain't finished.
Yeah.
The players you have, you
They're not
look
good
at
enough.
your team sheet.
And
Look at Brentford's
Brentford's
team sheet.
That should not happen.
Only like, bro, we're literally scratching at straws to put any Brentford players in the Man United.
Maybe
Why
Rio.
are you
But this
losing
is what I'm trying to
4-0?
say.
Rio starts ahead of
it's-
But you need
it's
to
coming like an excuse. The Glazers
No,
now.
it's
No,
not- see, this is the
I'm not
thing.
saying
This is
you.
what
Hold on.
invalidates
Let me
everything,
finish. I'm not
is
saying.
what I'm saying.
Hold on. Let me finish. I'm not saying you, but I'm saying the general picture now at Man United. It's now starting to become like a massive scapegoat to these man to lose 4-0. We're talking about the Glazers.
No,
No
okay, let me land
owner should make Manchester
Okay,
United.
all
the
right, no,
players
wait,
have to
no, but
lose
let me say,
4-0.
because this is the thing that people do, though. This is the thing that people do when it comes to the Glazers thing. I don't even care about the whole situation, but when Man United were winning trophies, go and look at in the stadium. The green and yellow were there, bro. I don't like how people make it out like Man United fans only complain about the Glazers since they started losing. The fans made FC Manchester for a reason. The green and yellow has been there for a reason, though.
Came with the green and
No,
yellow
bro,
2 seasons ago.
but for real though, when Man United were winning trophies, the green and yellow were there. So people cannot turn around and make it out like all of a sudden Man United turned crap and we're like, the Glazers. It was never a situation of that. Now, with the player situation, it's indefensible, bro. It's indefensible for the players. And this is what I'm saying. These guys are broken mentally. They are broken at this club, bro. Like, some of them can go on and maybe do decent somewhere else. I don't think many of them can play at a very high level anymore, in my opinion. But if they do, they can maybe go in a different environment and do well. But why I keep saying is that Ten Hag can't stand by these guys is because when one goes in, it's, here we go again. Here we go again. This is 3 years of doing this again. We're about to lose. That is what is ringing through Man United at the moment. They have no fight no more, bro. One goal goes in. One goal goes in, and it's like, woo, no fight no more. But if you had, when Malacia came onto the pitch, yes, he came on at 4-0, but he came on with fight. He was shouting. What is, bro? What is this? Man, them are just strolling around. It's a broken club, bro. And sometimes it is unexplainable, to be honest.
This is where Ten Hag, I feel like, has to be ruthless. But I do think the reason why United fans are back turning on the Glazers now heavy again as well. Bro, there's only 2 weeks left of the window. And I remember last year when they were going through this sort of similar thing and they ran that protest, lo and behold, Ronaldo, Sancho, and Varane
Something
arrived.
happened.
So I'm thinking United fans are just thinking,
They wanna run it
we
back
got to
one
run
more
the
time.
same thing again
Yeah.
because these men are not getting the message. And so far, no, I hate what you're saying though. It is all of a sudden now it's Glazers or when it's really that result. But as you say, I do agree. I think a lot of these players mentally are finished.
They're
But I
finished. They're
do
finished at United.
think it is that same thing that I think you've been hammering for about 18 months. Those same individuals. Shaw getting cooked for that 4th goal.
Sure.
Maguire
Rashford.
absolutely killing Eriksen,
De Gea
giving the
in
ball to him in
general.
dangerous position.
De Gea.
De Gea completely throwing the game away. And it's those 3 names. Go run back any stoppage episode over the last 2 seasons when
mention
United
them.
have gotten battered and you
mention
will hear those 3 names.
Yep.
I guarantee you. So for me, this is where I 100%, if Ten Hag can do one thing to change it, be ruthless. And this is where he fucked up a little bit with the Henderson getting him out.
He didn't have a say in that. He didn't have a say in that. Yeah,
Henderson?
yeah. He didn't have
Oh,
a say in
is
that. No,
it?
Henderson said, "I'm not chilling. I'm gonna leave." Yeah,
But
before he didn't even meet
You
Ten
see,
Hag.
you see on what you're both saying, yeah, this is what stands out for me, yeah. This whole mass exodus thing, yeah. In today's game,
It's hard, isn't
it's very hard to do unless You do it like an Arsenal over the space of 2 seasons, where each window you kind of tell people contract cancelled, and you take the
Don't forget,
and
no,
you
Arsenal running a short
and the thing
squad
is,
for a long
and the thing
time.
is, exactly.
But
And they
in and
did it,
amongst-
I'm sorry, bro.
yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. They had to play with them young bucks. Their squad is still young now, and you have to run that risk. If Ten Hag is brave enough to do it, and he knows that the board won't kill him or anything, fair
did it
enough.
at Ajax,
But
there's
it is
no
a
excuse
very,
not to.
it is a very, very. You have to take the
But
L's with
what
it.
is
But
the
at least
one
those
thing-
L's will be better to take than the L's you're watching now.
Thank
where it's
you.
all of these
That's
duds.
what I'm saying.
That's-
Watching the same
That's my
thing.
perspective of it.
Watching the
those
same
L's will
thing.
be better because at least these young players are gonna try. You get gas with young players. It's homegrown, and they're gonna give you everything to the 90th minute. Those players, when you talk, these players are broken. But these players they're probably sick. They're not just broken mentally. They're just kind of like, why am I here?
They're sick of it.
The
Every
attitude-
week they're having to apologize to the fan. They're sick of it. At one point, surely, I'm not even capping. At some point, they must sit, look in the mirror, and just be like, I can't do this anymore. I can't play this. Like, this is long.
But
Like, sell me, bro. Sell me. They must be. So put them out their misery, bro. Like, it's sad, bro.
But imagine how the wives and the partners feel.
Bro.
How can you uphold a home when this person just comes back every week and it's like just broken?
No, but what's the one? That's the one
broken,
thing.
dealing with broken men.
No, but the thing is, in and amongst like all the like, look, let's be real. Everyone, it's been a roller coaster ride with Arteta.
Yeah.
1 second we're like, he should actually go. Next second you're like, I need to see what he's doing. Then it's like, But one thing that I've always stood by with Arteta, he was ruthless, bro. He was ruthless. Arteta came, but it's a bit different. He's got Edu, who's a right-hand man and stuff.
Yeah.
Man United don't have
bro,
that.
this
But
is what I'm
anyway,
saying, yeah.
but he's come in and he's ruthless. But the Edu situation, he has a man that he can come to, knock on his door,
tell
talk
him,
to him.
I'm doing this,
Brother,
can you
look,
back me?
Edu
Yeah.
will look at it and be like,
You know what?
damn. And the All or Nothing documentary has
Showcases
I've seen
it,
that. Not Spurs didn't really have that either, but the City documentary as well, the All or Nothing. You saw that connection between Pep and you can be able to have these ruthless decisions. Ten Hag, I guarantee you, Ten Hag come in, he do something. If he says, "Oh look, Maguire has to go," Maguire has to go. He's gonna be there and probably be like, the board will be like, "We spent 85 million straight cash on this guy. You gotta make this work. You gotta make it work." The fact that they're even still discussing right now a contract with Luke Shaw, you can't tell me that's authorized by the manager. Like, Bruno got his contract till 2027 before Ten Hag came in. These are crazy decisions that are happening at Man United. And honestly, the reason why I keep saying Man United will never, they will never return, bro. Man United, like, we've seen these stuff happen, bro. To Milan, okay, Milan just won the league, but will they win Champions Leagues again? Let's see. But we've seen with like Milan, we've seen with Arsenal, bad ownership can turn a club from great to nothing quickly, very fast, right?
Blackburn.
Look at what my man was about to do before Laporta come in. He was about to run Barcelona into hell, bro, and he was about to go to prison for that, bro. You know what I mean?
No, he's going to prison.
This is what I'm saying.
He's still going.
That's why I don't want people to sleep and make it out like it's only Man United that have had bad ownership and it goes bad. Bad ownership can tear a club apart, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't think Man United are going to return, because until the board have a massive shake-up, have a massive shake-up.
Ten Hag's hands are tied.
I was gonna say, who was the?
His hands are tied.
You know when Fergie was there, he's not Mike
David
Gill,
Gill.
the Arsenal guy, David Gill. So that was his guy. But ultimately, I'll try and explain it to United fans. That whole Fergie period, was like putting a plaster, on the biggest wound
From
ever,
2005
ever.
onwards, it was Fergie just doing madness.
But bro, I'm saying even before, because ultimately everything was about, it was the him show, but everything behind him was still sort of getting towards.
At United, it was all right. It was all
no,
right.
but it was
It
getting
was
towards
Fergie that
So
broke
as soon
it
as,
up, by the way.
As soon as they
that's
no, but I'm saying that's conversation of it. But as soon as those, because remember, he went first, and then Fergie came afterwards. You remember
who?
What's that?
Gill.
Yeah, he went first, right? And
No,
then Fergie-
they went together. They went
They
together.
went, what, he was going to go
Which is,
first.
Again, that is disastrous.
Exactly.
No one, the Glazers at the club couldn't say, no, one of you are staying for this transition
That's what I'm
period,
saying.
brother. You know what I mean?
So ultimately,
uncomfortable
it's
conversations,
Like,
bro.
but people
love
didn't
seeing
catch up
chants
onto
like
it until a few years later when it's like, oh, okay. By then, the damage has already been done, because everyone else we talk about City all the time. City have been planning for what they're doing. Leicester came and told us. Before they got to where they got to, they said, listen, in 5 years' time, we are going to be here. I couldn't tell you what United are planning for the next 5 years.
United have no plans, and I said it. The Man United are about to become a serious mid-table team, bro.
Boy,
We've seen it with
Pre-Fergie
Liverpool.
days.
Look what happened with Liverpool. Again, another great club that fell off for a long time because of bad ownership. Manchester United are gonna. Yeah, they're gonna revert back to type. Exactly, pre-Fergie. Fergie's
Listen,
been
man.
a thingy, but
Scary hours.
Yes,
Yeah.
Scary hours.
With our remaining time,
you gotta give props to fucking Arsenal, bro.
yeah,
You see
let's
that
give
performance,
props to
bro?
Arsenal.
You see
Very
that
good
performance. You see that performance.
See
Listen,
that
you
performance.
see what happens when you get the signings that represent
Oscar.
what your
Teta
football
ball.
values- represent your family, represent
Hey.
your values. He got his men in, good. Now let's see how they keep going. 'Cause ultimately,
They're hooping. They
They're
play some of
doing
the
well,
best
bro.
football
They're
in the
doing
league.
well.
That
They're
first
doing well.
They're
half
hooping.
was some of the best football I've seen
it
in
was-
from Arsenal
yeah,
themselves
it was
in
good
a long
stuff.
time. You see that Arsenal DNA they talk about? That was
That
the first
was
time
it.
I'd
Bro,
seen
I
it
said
in
that was Wenger
years.
11 ball.
Wenger
In
11 ball.
years,
And
I'm
then,
telling you.
like I saw, you know, when you're watching
Not
the
just the
interviews and that,
possession stuff they were doing for like 5-6
was
years
the
on the wing
movement.
the last couple of years. Or
yeah, it was potent.
proper
clinical.
potent
Chances
Jesus.
after chances.
is a game changer as well. What he did to Johnny Evans in that little blender moment there when he spun him, he should have got the hat trick.
Yep.
Nasty. Flick the ball up,
That
bring
was
it
a
down,
mad
come hold his
thing.
strength,
But do you know
and
what-
then watch this
do you know what-
finish.
do you
And
know
I
what
was
I
like, if he slotted that,
boy, yeah.
bro, you know we were saying last season the Brazilians are running out.
And I pointed at I said, hey Jesus, if he's a street baller, I'm worried.
You did.
But listen,
did, bro.
he said, hey, it was Pepito. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Let me
hey.
free me from
Listen,
Pepito.
bro,
I'll show you.
no
I said,
back-
all
on
right,
the real.
well, let me
First-
see what you gotta do.
That first goal, no
It's
back
cooking.
Yeah.
It was a little deflection. I won't
But
lie.
even
but
even a header, the
clean.
run to kind of be like, okay, man did the Sterling, you know, man
could've
said Sterling
easily
took
got
this one
4
back.
No, but
Right.
one thing about Jesus, yeah, is that Jesus, when he had opportunities at City, he scores goals, innit? Like, and that's what I think. I say goal scoring number 9, GS9. He is a GS9. He's always been that. But now, bro, he's showing the different side of it. I don't even care. I don't even want to say link up. He's creating his own shots, bro. He's getting, he's
should I be
creating
real
his
with you?
own
Do you want
moments.
my
He's
honest
getting the
opinion
ball,
there? Sure, bro.
dribbling, getting into
But
the
do
box
you know
and
what-
making
do
things
you know what my honest
happen.
opinion is, and I'll say this, I don't want us to take us too left the field, yeah. But if you look at City and you look what it takes to be a City player, yeah, you need a certain caliber, a certain fabric, a certain quality, team ethos. You have to play for the team. If you look at the ages of him, Sterling leaving these teams, they're going to places now where it's like, I've learned so much. I'm going to this team to be the main man. I've seen what it's like on the top of the hill. I'm coming to play in the Europa League team. I have to show everyone that, listen, I am the man.
Yeah.
Because you saw the way everyone spoke about him, that, oh, is he a striker? Is he this and that? He's coming to prove that. I think Sterling's
But-
going to do the same thing. But ultimately, do you know I like it as well?
Yeah.
Any player that leaves City at that level goes and balls out another level.
Not all the time.
No, but most of them, because they're of that, like, they don't just fall off. Liverpool
They're
players.
quality players.
Liverpool players, when they leave Liverpool, it's like, I don't think they're going to... No, and you see it.
But
Look at most
Liverpool, I
Liverpool players
mean,
now.
no, it's- yeah,
No,
not
but
that.
it's that,
Not like Emre Can and that. We can't put like Emre Can. Like Mane is still gonna go and hoop.
No,
you know
what
what I mean?
different. What I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
in general, but even if you look at that squad players, that like, for some
Nico
'cause
Williams.
He's hooping.
I like, you know, I like Nico Williams.
Yeah.
No,
No,
but I like
what I know.
Nico-
I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying.
What you're saying is that
There's a
you have to
fabric
be
you
a
need for
certain
City.
standard.
So
to
when
play
you
for
leave,
Man
it's
City.
like at the end of the day, I'm going to carry that mantle at that club.
Yeah.
I'm the main man. He's holding it,
I'm coming
and
from a
fair
big
play to him
place.
because he could have gone to Arsenal and start hiding. Could have been
Yeah,
like, oh, it's
bro.
been-
He knows that
do you
he's
know
the.
what?
The thing is, he knows he's the big
He's the
dog at
yeah.
City, and at Arsenal,
Arsenal.
and that's why I praise the signing. Like I praise the signing of
Zinchenko as
Zinchenko.
well.
I praise the signing thing because we can't sleep. Do you know what? Yeah, winners nowadays don't really seem to be respected as much. Yeah, for some reason, he's a winner, whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
Jesus is a winner, and so is Zinchenko. People can say, are they leaders, whatever, but you walk into a club like that, and you can have conversations with Saka and be like, you know what? I remember that time when I made City get the 100th point goal or 100
But
points, or
that
I remember
Champions
when
League
winning
final
league.
was tough.
Champions-
though?
Yeah.
Thank you. That type of chat and conversations is game changing in the camp.
But
bro.
sorry, bro.
Go on,
Even to the
Fuad.
point I was saying, yeah, Arteta. You know, people be like, "Oh, Arteta's young squad and everything." Arteta, he trained these guys. He knew what he saw in them, and it's like ultimately now, like when they come in, this is the caliber the rest of you need to be like. I don't want to go too much all or nothing, but we see how he talks with them, psychology,
guy.
young team and
Touches
everything.
the heart.
He's like, listen.
I'd
He's like,
play
listen.
for
At the
him.
end of the day, yeah.
Brain.
Man said, when you go on a night out, what do you need? What do you need?
I'll play for Teta.
But what I
I'll
will
play
say
for
is
him.
with
He-
Jesus. Go on, sorry, finish.
He signed players that and the likeness and the image of what he represents in football.
That's
So
what
it's
managers
easy
should
to
do.
see. But like we just say, you need the right tools. He's gone, listen, this is what I need. You guys need to be like that.
As much
With
as I
you
will-
man are not even getting the chance to do that because they'll tell him, oh, listen, we can't get this player, but we can get you. We can get you.
We'll give you Rabiot. We can't get Frankie, guys. Sorry.
You see the difference?
What I will
Sorry,
say
bro.
though is, at City, I don't think Jesus ever wanted that responsibility of being the main guy. I
you think he's
when
allowed
he
to?
initially,
It's
when
hard,
he
it's
initially
hard,
came,
it's
he
hard.
had that Pep wanted to get Aguero out and
Yeah.
said, you're going to be the main guy. I remember he had a bit of rough patches and it was like, do you know what? I don't mind getting dashed on the wing. And that allowed him to almost
true.
be absolved of the goals responsibility. Now I can just, and I can't lie to you, it's benefited him long run because now you see the hold-up play, the quick feet. He's almost combined it all. And now, as you said, now is the time where he's like, I've gathered all my senses.
Maturity as well in his
Let me
game.
go and power up now. And now he's coming through.
Nah,
But
that's
it's a-
true.
it's a
But
fair
it's
point.
the
It's a fair point.
it's funny because you see that even like Zinchenko, he's always been a baller at City,
Yeah.
but he's even
Always
like, bro, I'm
underrated.
seeing him do flicks and tricks and stuff.
Did you see the
bro,
little scoop?
I'm
Yeah,
telling
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Huh?
Bro, that's the one thing. As great as Pep is, great manager, but I just don't like the way he takes freedom out of people's games, bro. We've seen it all. He makes people robots.
shit
and
works,
it's
though.
so
But bro,
it
yeah,
works. No,
shit
that's what I said.
works.
Good for him.
Yeah.
That's why you're one of the
Yeah.
goats. You do what you need to do. You don't need to care about what anyone else thinks. But
As you
just
said,
me
when
as
they
a
leave the
fan,
system,
Yeah. They can go and be
just
made
me as
men.
a fan,
Yeah,
bro.
But bro,
listen.
ultimately, yeah, I'll bring back to let's
Look what
go
he's
thing.
doing to the dark. Look what he's doing
know
to
when-
the goat, Jack.
you know when-
Oh,
you know when-
he's making him touch.
Hold
Listen,
on.
Look what he's
listen.
Haaland, hold on. Look what he's doing to Haaland. We're about to probably turn. Haaland's going to score goals. We all know this. But he's probably going to become the most boring footballer.
You're
of
now
all
going to
time.
blame Pep for.
Yeah, Jack's not a robot. You can't robot Jack.
Listen.
They were telling me he's downloading data.
Wait on it. Wait on
And I
it.
told
Hey,
him,
listen,
this
wait on it.
PC,
Listen.
this Windows 98
Listen.
Wait
cannot
on it.
handle this capacity.
Listen,
Wait
Now
on
they-
it.
now they're blaming
Because
Pep.
of
Wait
time,
on it.
Because
Now
of time.
Pep's to blame.
Because of time.
Yeah, you know.
I'm telling you, yeah.
Floppy
little
disk,
dial-up
you know.
thing.
The
Bro,
real
listen,
note. Hey, just last
man
week.
said- man said the real note.
Just last week on the TL, everyone was just doing a reminisce session of Jack. I was like, mwah. the real. They were like, this guy was the great. I was like, mwah. They know.
Listen.
Now we're gonna work
I love it.
that Pep narrative.
Rolling up the Villa days of him
Listen.
going,
Listen,
Hooper.
because of
All I'm
time,
saying,
man.
if Jack is to leave City, let's say whatever he left
Yeah.
City.
the freedom.
Somebody's
yeah.
getting a gem. You're getting a champion.
He's not leaving for
You're getting a
another 4 years.
champion, Jack. Woo!
What you think that? You think that title run will be? This is so bad. Yeah, yes. No,
Don't worry, he's
KDB
gonna.
was amazing,
Well, like
bro.
Jesus, he's going there, he's telling stories.
Nah,
Jack is gonna go there.
Come in with the outside of the
why are you making Jack sound
wouldn't
green?
believe it.
Bro, he's a piece of bread. You made him sound like Joe Cole.
One time I saw KDB come inside and he hit it with the outside of the beat.
It's encyclopedia. What's that?
Hey, I'm good.
No, you're good. No, you know what?
That's how he sounds as well.
That was good.
Oh my days.
Because of time, we were gonna go into this whole Lampard thing.
Yeah, let's get into it, man.
No, because we're gonna go to Champions League. Are Everton in trouble? 1 and 2 is Lamp like a high favourite to get the first, second of the season.
Potentially, but I think Everton will give him a lot of time this season. In a weird, I think they'll wait till about January. If they're still in big danger, I think then he could get sacked. But I think Everton at the moment are still trying to find their feet. They've had a few players come in. I don't think they'll be as bad as they were.
They need a striker. DCL's crocked.
I don't think they'll be as bad as last year in a weird way though. I don't know what it is.
If they could get Watkins,
Is he linked to them, yeah?
Watkins
was
and
linked.
Shea Adams, I was
And Shea
hearing.
Adams is linked. They just need someone that's gonna run down lost causes.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Lampard's good. Whoa,
real
actually,
talk,
no.
Still got a receipt for Richie? Come get that. No, I'm joking.
Nah, I think Lampard, he's definitely going to be up there, potentially, because I don't think Everton are going to have a good season. But I'm telling you, I'm watching out for Brendan and Leicester. I'm worried
That's
for
the one I'm
them.
looking at.
Brendan, they looked a shadow of themselves. Okay, they got 2 goals, but they conceded within a minute for both of them, I think. They look a shadow of themselves. Fofana was playing like, I don't know, bro, Fafanchino or something. I don't know who. I didn't know who. I didn't know who. I didn't recognize that guy. He was getting
one little mazy run at the beginning.
bro. He was getting run. Martinelli was pushing him on the floor like every single time, bro.
I can't
Like
lie,
his
that
performance.
That bread's been in the gym.
Who Martinelli?
That's
He's the dog, though.
That's
innit?
that I've been training
But
over,
do you know I
over the
respect
summer.
Fofana? Because I
No,
remember-
you're respecting because he's going back to man,
No,
go
but this
Chelsea.
one- no, listen,
No,
say,
no.
because Wan-Bissaka did the same thing.
No,
Wan-Bissaka-
Wan-Bissaka.
no, listen,
Wan-Bissaka.
this is what I'm saying.
Busted.
Bro, yeah, he respects him.
I'm saying exactly the same thing. Wan-Bissaka did exactly the same thing when
Wan-Bissaka, it didn't work out well.
Let me
It
say-
didn't work
let
out
me
well. We
say
don't
what
want
I'm
that to
saying,
happen.
bro.
Yo,
What the
I
hell?
didn't even finish my
Fam,
point. I didn't even finish my Leicester point. He's about to give Fofana prop.
England under 21s, yeah. He went to that tournament, yeah, and stunk it up. They dropped 7 million off the asking price. They said, you know what, take him. Fofana dropped maybe 8 million off.
Bro,
you did us a
Fofana
favour.
didn't
Well
drop-
done.
He didn't
Good
drop
lad.
nothing. He
He
didn't
dropped
drop
8 million off his
He
price.
didn't drop nothing off his
He
price
dropped
tag,
8
bro.
million off his price. Now he's going to cheaper than Maguire. Thank you.
Look at this
Thank
guy.
you.
This guy's
Thank you.
you're preying on that. You're
Thank
preying
you.
on that.
What a good lad.
Bro, Fofana for 90 million or whatever it's being
No,
talked
he
about
dropped 8 off.
is a horrific deal. But Fofana was playing mad. Madison, he was playing poor. He got the goal. It was a lucky goal. Ramsdale had his legs open for 10 minutes. But for me, Madison,
Come like United.
I don't know, is his head in it? You know what I mean? That's no, ooh. Bleep that out. yeah, bleep that out.
Listen, where are you? You're done.
No.
Just
But
bleep the whole section.
quickly. But with Leicester, no, genuinely, I'm worried for Leicester. No signings this summer.
no output
Key
signings.
players want to leave. Tielemans, Madison, Fofana. Kasper Schmeichel left. Vardy's 35. Yeah, he gave Saliba the Vardy experience. You know what I mean? Because he troubles everyone. But
He can't run it for the whole
Saliba was
season.
still good. But
You can't run it for the whole season.
you can't run it for the whole season. So I seriously worry for Leicester. What's the next step? Sometimes clubs get to this level and then it's like, what's next?
When I said it
You know
last
what
year,
I mean?
everyone laughed. I called it last year. They've
What?
hit a plateau. I called it last year.
But you also said that they're better than Arsenal.
I got that wrong.
There's 50-50.
At the moment, I got it wrong. But I definitely said. I said yeah. There was a- no. I tried to get annoyed. I tried to get annoyed.
Bro, that's that
I tried to
DeAndre
get
Russell.
annoyed. I tried to get annoyed. But I called
Off
it.
the rim.
Them man have hit. Leicester have hit a plateau. Like it's
Yeah.
very difficult to keep moving.
Yeah, it is.
But let's
Better
quickly
than
go
Spurs
champs and
high.
duds. My champ is to keep your goalkeeper.
Oh, Dieng.
What happened?
My boy.
Man, he scored the
Kylie
equaliser.
scored.
No, he scored the equaliser.
Sini.
A good header as well.
Sini. Yeah.
It was a good header as well.
Header. Boom.
That's in the
2-2.
championship's mad. Why are you so desperate to get in game week
such a
3?
weird
Game
league,
week 3.
87th minute equalised. 87th goal and then 92nd minute Dieng header. goal.
That's my champ.
Yeah, that's some champ shit.
I'm gonna throw Tavares because 2 goals in 2 games is just so dumb.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
got
he
2
scored
goals in 2
another-
games.
he
Yeah,
scored another
you know
goal.
what? I'm giving champ to. That's a good one as well. Giving champ to you know who's secretly been balling? Neymar, been balling out.
Yeah.
He's in playoff mode. He had to activate it early.
People are talking about Brazil World Cup.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said, huh?
He did
Fans
that
not happy-
LeBron.
They're not happy with Mbappe though.
Yeah, I was gonna give him my dud.
Yeah,
Mbappe, bro,
That was gonna
that
be my dud.
behavior is unacceptable, bro. You know what I mean? And
missed
this
the
is
pen as well, right?
Talk
this
to
is
them
the epitome.
just for the people that don't
Yeah,
know
okay,
what
so
happened.
basically what happened is Vitinha was running with the ball and gave the ball to Messi instead of Mbappe, who for me, the pass was even on for him anyway. And then Mbappe just stopped, threw his hands in the air and just walked for the rest of the move. And then this is the type of stuff will happen when you gave a player so much power. And I'm not even talking about power in like he runs board decisions. I'm talking about the money you gave him, the desperation you showed to keep him and stuff. He's now thinks he's above the club. And I love Mbappe, bro. I love that guy. But I don't want to see that stuff, bro. Young goats have never done that, bro.
Yeah.
Young goats don't move like that.
Ronaldo?
Did he ever stop in the middle of the pitch and just
I
carry
will
on
say
walking?
that.
Ronaldo would get subbed
Shoppy?
after trying to get the golden boot, then throw something in the air.
Yeah.
That's hunger. Mbappe's that's not showing hunger. That's
Achieved
that's
too much
arrogance.
Who's your champ?
Arrogance.
Who's your champ?
Neymar.
Okay.
For
your third was
activating
Mbappe.
playoff mode.
I would agree with that third. Who's your champ? You ain't got a
I don't
champ.
think I got a champ.
Think of one. Bring up Brentford for winning 4-0.
Yeah.
Brentford for winning 4-0, but
I'll give it
it's
that.
the same as
That was
last
more
season.
you lot
Like,
were shit though, man.
United
You lot are
dud is
fucking
United
duds.
dud.
Yeah, De Gea, big dud.
Gea.
Big dud. Dud of, oh, mate.
You know
Yeah.
what? Listen.
Anthony Taylor, yeah, I can't lie.
No,
Even
VAR,
though
VAR.
Nah, I won't give it to him. Fuck it. Champ of the week, Anthony Taylor.
Listen. I'm over like Mike Dean on VAR as well. But Bearman got out for
Is Mike Dean on the VAR thing now, yeah?
he was on VAR.
Bozo, no
Listen,
wonder.
that's another episode. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let us know your thoughts. A lot more stuff coming, man. Stay tuned. We're out. Peace.